Alright, what's up? Hi. I set up a monitor this time so I can see what's going on here and so I don't get any funky reflections of the light this time, or at least will help me avoid it. But also, I apologize in advance. I have that bad habit of biting my nails, so I'm sorry if my hands look bad. But yeah, I figured, for another one I could do, talking about Sufjan, how finding out that Sean Carey was on the record, and how he does stuff for Bon Iver, I figured I would talk about a Bon Iver record that I really like, that, in my opinion, is probably, I don't know if I would say it's the best one, but it's definitely the one that I think has had the most impact um, in the years prior. It's I think there's a lot of people who have tried to replicate things that happen on that album. Um, that, some people get close, but every time, even when it's done well, you it still is like, oh, this person's trying to sound like Bon Iver, and so it really created kind of like a singular lane for Justin Vernon. And at this point, I really think, he's obviously realized that because he hasn't put out a ton of music since then, but kind of just for him to do whatever he wants to do. Not that that wasn't the case already, but just kind of blew it wide open again. And so the record that I'm talking about is 22 A Million by Bon Iver, released in 2016. Um, really cool album. Have not really heard anything that could replicate this at all. Nothing really has come close sonically to what has been done on this record. Really cool recording techniques. Great sampling. Just overall a really crazy album that I feel like we're lucky to have that exists, because before this album, Bon Iver was on a hiatus. He had Justin Vernon had gotten really popular, pretty commercially successful, I guess if you want to say. It played on SNL, it headlined Coachella, all that sort of stuff. A bunch of crazy tours, and so for a while, nobody knew when the next record was going to come out. I know for me, I was like, man, if it was just 2 albums and that's it, then I guess that's it. So when the first song off of this came out, what is this, the very first song on the album, right? Yeah, Over Soon came out, and I saw something on Twitter or Facebook or I don't know, some sort of social media. I saw something came out. I mean, I lost my mind. A lot of people lost their minds. Not only because it was like the music's back, but it was good and it was different and it sounded crazy. So, yeah, I think this is the record that really solidified, that this is an artist that will, be in history forever. Not that the first 2 records were not good enough, they were, but this just did it a bit more. And so, yeah, this is a great record. Very cool artwork. All these little symbols that are kind of hidden throughout that correlate with the songs. Same thing, they're kind of all over the back. I also am pretty sure this football jersey was sold as merch. Have I ever seen anybody wear it in the wild? No. Did I want to buy it? No. But I think it's funny that it exists. But yeah, really cool artwork here. And this is really good packaging, like just high quality stock, cardstock, thick sleeve. And some more illustrations inside. Yeah. Very cool. And a lot of critics There are a lot of credits here. Um, Too many for me to go through, but very interesting. I have, I listen to this album probably more on streaming than I throw it on the turntable, um, just out of like convenience. But very, very surprised. I don't know why I didn't realize before. BJ Burton is listed as a writer on a lot of these songs. Um, and I guess I just didn't know that before. BJ Burton's great producer, great writer. Um, yeah, he's the kind of big force behind my favorite Charlie XCX record. Um, yeah, just very talented. I don't know why. It just kind of completely escaped me that he was a big part of this record. But that's why I like getting these things or the CDs, because you can read that stuff and see who's really involved in making it, and who really has helped create something special. And so, yeah, I love the artwork. And then this is a gatefold, and it's cool because in the one sleeve you get this really big book. Oh, yep, this is it. The 22 A Million Songbook. Yeah, so like I never memorized the track titles for this album, dude. They're so freaking weird, but it's cool. They all got these corresponding symbols. But like, I'm not gonna sit here and like, read them all to you or like recite them all to you. They're just the different songs on the album. Yeah. So you get the lyrics in here. Presented in a way that's maybe not the easiest to read, but still very cool. Yeah, like who names the song Death Breast? I don't know, man. Justin Vernon's, he uses like some old English, and it's very funny. But man, some great songs on here. And honestly, I really do love this layout. It's very cool. We love black ink on dark gray paper. Very easy to read. No, but I do like this. Just laid out a bit more artistically. Oh, man. Circles that's the song, dude. So good. Just like classic, just 80s ballad feel to it. So good. Great lyrics too. Like honestly, these ones kind of make a bit more sense than some of the other ones do. Yeah. Very cool layout here. And then, okay, these are all the samples used in all the songs. That's cool. So you can go and listen to some of the other ones if you want to. The originals. Very cool, very cool. And then I think the record, yep, is in here. Pull that out. I do like the colors they went with on here, just the purple and the orange and all the cool splashes. This is just a regular black copy again. I first started collecting records. I was super into all the crazy variants, and I still have a bunch, but now just a nice black or clear copy will do you a lot of good. And I actually, with this one, I pre-ordered this because I couldn't believe there was going to be a new record. And so when I pre-ordered it, it actually came with this, another 12-inch, which has 22 Over Soon and Death Breast, the first two songs in the album. It has extended versions of them. It's funny, Death Breast is just extended version, but over soon is the Bob Moose extended cab version. So, I don't know who Bob Moose is, but it's a longer version of the same song. And I do really like, it's just cool to have more artwork that goes along with this. I just love all of the stuff that kind of came out with this. And I think, I can't, honestly, I don't listen to this very often. I think this is, yeah, it's red. So the one that came with, and it's, oh, this is thick. This might be 180 gram. I don't know. But yep, just a single song on each side. Oh, but it is 45 RPM, which is nice. So will sound just a little bit more pristine than the versions on the full length, if you are somebody who can really pick those differences out. But yeah. Oh, dude, this is cracked. No, oh, okay, thank God. Yeah, I don't think I've ever actually played this. Where did this come from? I guess it was not a good cut. Yeah, there's a little bit more hanging off the bottom there. Yikes. Sorry, guys. But, yeah, this looks cool in the light. Sorry, trying to not get that glare in there. But yeah, like I said, I pre-ordered this record. So if I remember correctly, I got it a couple days early before the release, like before it was available to stream online, available to purchase at Target or FYE. I think that was still around then. And so when I got it, I just waited till that night. I'm sorry, man, it's taking me a while to put this away. But I waited until that night, and I put it on the turntable and turned off the lights in my room and just sat there and listened to it. And that was quite the experience. For hearing it for the first time, you know, it was just very cool. Yeah, just all the weird vocal stuff on here. I mean, yeah, there's like a whole video about how he created the vocoder for Creeks. That's very cool. But another cool thing about this record, for me personally, is that he announced a weekend of shows in Brooklyn, New York at a venue called Pioneer Works. Here, I'll lay these out. Wow, that looks so nice. But he did a handful of shows at a place called Pioneer Works in Red Hook in Brooklyn. It's right over the bridge, and it's like a warehouse space used for exhibits, galleries, performance art, events, all that sort of stuff. And I had never been there for a show. Actually, since that time, you know, there's still some special shows that happen there, but I haven't been again. But I went to one of the 22 Million shows, and it was really cool. They had set up a bunch of projection mapping on the wall with all the symbols, and very cool full band arrangements for all the songs. And yeah, it was just a very cool night. I had gone with the girl I was dating at the time, and then two of our friends. And what made it extra special was that when we got there, we found out that NPR was actually filming and recording, doing a multi-track mix of the whole night to release later. And so you actually can go and rewatch that whole show on YouTube. I can link it in the description. At the beginning, you can actually kind of, if you look very closely, and you have to know what you're looking for, you can see like the back of my head and my jacket. Just, which, who cares? Only I care. but it's still cool. And I know I might be a bit biased, but that show is very well mixed. One of the better live sets that you can watch and really more so listen to on YouTube. It just, the quality is pristine, and obviously it's a fantastic set. And I think he played almost, I think, every song off the record except for one they recorded from another night. But yeah, we basically got to see the whole album a little bit after it had come out in a very, it was not a huge space. At the time before that I had gone to see Bon Iver was like, I had like lawn seats at a huge amphitheater. This is not a guy who plays very small rooms very often, and so it was a very cool experience to be able to go and do that. And so yeah, that's kind of my connection to this record and what I think about it. The album after this, I do have, and I like it. And there's parts of it that I think are reminiscent of all the different things he had put out up to that point. But I don't know. I never like really connected with the next record as much as I did with this one. And then also the self-titled record had come out between my junior and senior year of high school. Just played a big role in my final year of high school there. And I also just think the arrangements on that record are very cool. A lot of the brass and stuff that he was doing I liked a lot. And so yeah, I think that's it for this one. Again, I'm picking records kind of just based off of what I can ramble about off the top of my head. I didn't open Wikipedia to look at any of this stuff. I didn't go on Discogs to find out all the limited whatever. I'm just going based off my memory and what I think about it and my own experiences with the music. Hopefully that's been apparent and relaxing. But yeah, this has been a little discussion about Bon Iver's 22 A Million, released in 2016. An album that if you have not heard, I would definitely recommend listening to. Yeah, great musician. Hoping to hear more from him soon, and not so many of these Zach Bryan, Taylor Swift, whatever songs he's been doing. I'm not a huge fan of a lot of the collabs, but that's just my personal taste. Like, it's ironic to me that a song with Bon Iver and The National is a song that, number one, I cannot even remember, but also that I do not care about. It's just very interesting, because if you would have told me that in like 2012, 2013, I would have lost my shit. But it's weird, man. Maybe it's time, maybe it's my taste, I don't know. But this thing holds up. I mean, all the records hold up, but hoping to get another full length from him soon. Also, the work he did with Flock of Dimes, I really like that. But I don't know. We'll see what happens next. I'm going to stop rambling now. And maybe I'm going to put this on. Maybe I'm going to go to bed. I don't know. But again, if you liked any of this, put it in the comments. Let me know what you'd like to see. I'm just going to keep recording these as much as I can. The setup might change a bit just because I have to use a lot of this equipment pretty frequently, and it's always going to be moving around. It's not like a static setup that I can have here. But also, sorry if the light was flickering. I was too lazy to swap it out. But hopefully in the next one, except I'm pretty sure I'm going to record another one right after this. So, yeah, that's it. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.